Guys, so today I'm going to be looking at patients who forgot something. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Had a male in his 50s walk into trauma to have his left thigh stitched up. Not an uncommon wound in an agricultural area. Speaking to him while stitching him up, tells me he'd fell off a ladder while cutting a branch and the machete sliced him on the way down. Told him I was going to write him up for an x-ray for the entire leg, just in case. He kept on saying he was fine. His knee hurt a bit, but logically that was from the fall. I agreed, but I asked him to go to the x-ray department just in case. He reluctantly walked there and back. X-ray showed a helical fracture almost the entire length of his femur. Besides being a dangerous fracture, the femur is supposed to be the most painful bone to break, and he was walking around. In the end, had to show him the break to get him to sit down on a wheelchair and into the hands of orthopedics. That man's pain tolerance still impresses me. What the heck? How the heck was he walking around with like a broken bone? Dude, farmers be having those supernatural strengths, you know. I feel like nothing phases them. Intercepted a young woman who was just hit by a car. Her boyfriend was standing with her freaking out. I do a basic physical exam and get a history and make her comfortable as we wait for the ambulance to arrive. Once the ambulance arrives, they ask for the same information, except this time the boyfriend mentions he was the one who was actually hit by the car and was shielding his girlfriend's body. The entire car's windshield was cracked by the impact of his back. He was just freaking out and worried about her and was in shock and hadn't begun to feel pain yet. Oh, what? Where do you find a guy like this? Well, that's so interesting though, is the fact that he knows he's the one that got hit, right? And then he can see everyone's just aiding his girlfriend and he's just happy about that because he wants her to be okay. And then he's like, oh no, actually I got hit. Oh, had a patient come into the ER with some sort of spider bug bite on her hand that had progressed to a red line running up her arm. She stated she put Benadryl cream on it and it was very itchy. We continued talking and I asked if she had any allergies. Yes, Benadryl. I thought, good lord, and I'm sure it was reflected on my face. We washed the Benadryl cream off her arm and miraculously it stopped itching. Dude, some patients do be dumb. That's just like someone who's allergic to peanuts being like, oh my god, I just ate some peanuts and, you know, my throat is so itchy. Do you have any allergies? Yeah, peanuts. I once checked in a guy and asked him if it had any previous surgery. No, never. When I examined him, he had surgical scar from just above his pubic bone to just below the sternum. What's that then? I asked. He stared down at it and said, I've never noticed that before. He forgot he had surgery. Huh? Me, do you have any medical history, including things like heart attacks, strokes, high blood pressure? Patient, no, nothing ever. Me, so why do you take a list of heart meds? Patient, oh, I've had multiple cardiac arrests. What the heck does he think a heart attack is? Emergency radiologist here. I see plenty of people presenting with understated symptoms that turn out to be mind-blowing advanced disease. The saddest one was probably the 4-year-old boy who presented with a rigid abdomen for a few months. Was told by the pediatrician it was constipation months ago, but his parents never followed up when it didn't resolve. When I imaged his abdomen, I found his entire liver was replaced with a mass consistent with hepatoblastoma. I don't know how to say that. I asked the parents why they waited so long to work it up. They said they were satisfied with the diagnosis of constipation. That one left a mark on my soul. They were satisfied with the diagnosis of constipation, so they're just going to leave it like that? Even when the kid is still hurting? Even when it didn't resolve? I'm so mind blown. What? Yeah, I'm satisfied because the doctor said it's just constipation, so it has to stay constipation. Constipation doesn't do anything, right? Like, dude, even constipation is bad for you if you have it for so long. The fact they didn't even follow it up pisses me off. This 20s guy came into the hospital. He had a lot of conditions where he wouldn't make it past 40 and he currently had some infection. We kept giving him antibiotics which helped, but not as much as we would have liked. After about a week of being in the hospital, I walk in and I'm talking to him and he tells me that he got a medically necessary circumcision on his last admission to the hospital. I ask if it's okay if I take a look to make sure it's healing okay. It was black with all kinds of infection. I'm just not sure how a 20s married man or his wife never thought to tell anyone about this for the past week. What? I'm so confused, dude. How are they not concerned? So they're just going to be like, oh, it's black. Yeah, I'll be fine. I feel like so many people are like that though, including me, because I get anxious so easily that if I have to go to the doctors or something, I get like really anxious and I'm just like, it'll be fine. You'll resolve on its own. But no, guys, if something is wrong, go to the doctors, okay? I need to take that advice myself. Me, any prior surgeries? Patient, no. Me examining them. Did you know that you only have one testicle down here? Patient, oh yeah, I had one cut out. Why do they all say no? Like, why are they trying to hide it, or do they just forget it? Like, what? You gotta tell your doctor everything so they can do the right thing for you. Jeez. They're here to save your life, all right? Everyone at my company knows the story of the patient who came in for genetic counseling, went through the whole family history with the counselor, and then concluded with, oh yeah, I was adopted as a baby and I don't know who my birth parents are. Does that matter? They went through the family tree with their parents that adopted them and they're not related. Yo, what? I'm so confuzzled. How do these people even think? Like, that's the last thing they tell the doctor after doing everything, and they're like, yeah, well, I was adopted as a kid, so is that going to hinder with anything? Like, are they really that dumb? Yo, I had to take out the remainder of this guy's teeth. He was in his 60s and told us verbally and on his health history that he didn't take any meds. So I took out his last 8 teeth, all easy extractions due to infections and periodontal disease, but I couldn't get him to stop bleeding. I asked him again if he was taking anything. I finally got the clot stabilized, but it almost took an hour and I had to consult our oral surgeon. When he saw the oral surgeon a few months later about placing implants, he told the oral surgeon he was on BP medication and blood thinners. I refused to see him anymore after that. That's like the most important thing you should tell someone when you're going through like surgery like this. Like, you're just putting your life in danger. Like, what are you doing, bro? I'm just so done because it just feels like they don't care about themselves, but they're doing something to help themselves. I'm so done. Was called to the ER to do a psych consult on a patient that was complaining of GI symptoms, but his story was sort of strange. He was complaining that he suffered from Barrett's stomach. He stated that if he could lose weight, that his GI issues would resolve. I spent some time talking with him. Other than this strange fixation on Barrett's stomach, he seemed okay. Until he mentioned that his most recent weight loss method was to shoot himself in the thigh so that the leg would become gangrenous and eventually need to be amputated. This would allow him to quickly lose the 20 or so pounds needed to cure his stomach ailment. The man actually had a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the thigh from several days before. The ER was located in a country that employed a staff of mental health social workers to place psych patients, so I had to call one of them out while he was getting assessed. I have no idea what happened to him, but I hope he's doing okay. Wow, you're right. There was something wrong with him. Jeez, because no one would think like that. No one would be like, okay, I'm just going to shoot myself in the leg and then cut it off so I can lose 20 pounds. And everything will be solved after that. It's so sad that he thinks like that, man. But yeah, I do hope that he got some help. Quite common in Malaysia since some health products escape notice from the government. I don't think this is important, but have you been taking supplements for weight loss, or do you have an exam coming up? Young women coming in with severe palpitations and crazy arrhythmias. Usually healthy, no prior health issues, or usually at the age where they're in college or university. Initially, most people would be thinking thyroid issues, and a fair few have been treated this way. Then I realized they've been taking caffeine supplements to help with weight loss, increased concentration. Specifically, some brands off-label only put it in between the fine print of the product ingredients, usually in near lethal quantities. What? They will take caffeine supplements to lose weight? Whoa. Man, people, if you want to lose weight, please do it the healthy way, okay? Do it the healthy way because that's just way better for your body and you're going to feel so much better about yourself. All right? Don't take like the fast way out, you know? If you're going to lose weight, you know, monitor your diet, exercise, work out more. You're going to feel so much better about yourself. Patients not telling HIV status despite knowing they are positive. When further asked that why they didn't tell us, they say that they thought it's not important. How can HIV not be important? It changes everything. That's very true. Obviously, if you have anything, you should tell the doctors so they can find a way to, help you. And it's faster if they know everything about your history. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!